And Ursula, what are you doing personally and through your platform at Xerox to get more girls, to get more diversity in STEM?
One is this idea that it's open to everyone. So examples of what does an engineer look like? What does a scientist look like? It's amazing how many people would never believe that I was an engineer, actually still don't, and say, well...
Do you still come across that?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. You're an engineer? Yeah, believe it or not, we know how to do math, and we... Both Megan and I have BSs and MSs in mechanical engineering. We were just regular people who went to school. So first is examples, this idea that is accessible to everyone and you do not have to be weird or a nerd or super smart or anything. Second is economic. It's really a big deal. Just look at how much money an engineer, first of all, need, and that need is matched with an economic proposition that's amazing. So most high school students have no idea how much money they can make, very solid, continuous, good living in an exciting area. So we have to make it an economic proposition stronger than we are today. And then the third is this idea that we call celebration all the time. You know, one of the things that I learned early when I was 16 or 17, somebody asked me who won the Super Bowl. By the way, I didn't know at that point who won the Super Bowl. But I could easily find out.
You really stayed home a lot reading.
I did.
Yeah.
It wasn't interesting. But they also asked me who won the Nobel Prize in physics. And my question was, what the hell is the Nobel Prize? And this idea that we have to celebrate things that are important to us, right? And we celebrate a lot of things that are interesting and entertaining, but not necessarily earth-changing, world-changing. Right. And science is the foundation for science and engineering is the foundation for the solving most of the problems that we have, approaching most of the opportunities that we have. You think about potable water, you think about health and health distribution, food and food distribution, you think about anything to do with cleanliness or climate, and it all has to do with engineers and scientists. And if you think about all the problems, the piles and piles of problems, and you had all these piles of assets, wouldn't you actually turn those assets toward those problems or opportunities? And we are turning more of the assets towards bouncing balls and throwing balls and hitting balls and you know, all of these things that we do in sports and acting, all neat stuff, all neat stuff. And lawyers, I just think we have to actually get back to making stuff and thinking about that as important and celebrating that. Right. So.
It's